been 176 days roughly since I've started my journey utilizing algorithmic trading to get an edge in today's economy, trading currencies. And I want to go over what the results have been during this time period. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt Jimenez. I'm an entrepreneur who has worked with the greatest minds in finance over the last several years, and I'm here to pour into you guys everything that they pour into me. And today what I have for you is data, and this data is going over a certain time period since I've started my $50,000 account utilizing the Fed bot software from the Nurp community. Now let's check out the data. Okay, so here we are with my Fed account. Here is the $50,000 since I started to current date, which is June 9th of 2024. And I am using Fusion Markets, which is a leverage of 1 to 500. So far, the account is up 31.28%. My daily change is 0.12%. My monthly average is 3.57%. And my biggest drawdown was 8.40%. In fact, this drawdown happened as of recent. I was out in France when this was occurring. And one thing I want to talk about with drawdowns is if you don't know much about them, they are unrealized in this software. So the trades are not being closed while you're in drawdown. If a trade was closed while you're in drawdown, then it would result in a realized loss. In this instance, it's just trades that went negative but never closed. So typically with the software, whenever it enters a drawdown, it'll size into that position until it starts moving in its favor, and then it'll close out the ones that were negative, ultimately resulting in a much larger profit. And here I want to show you what that looked like for me. Over here is when I experienced that larger drawdown, and the yellow line is the drawdown and the orange line is the actual amount in the account. It is the equity. So while it showed a pullback, the equity actually never experienced a loss. In fact, right in correlation with the recovery of the drawdown of that yellow line right there, you have a spike in the orange line, which is the actual cash in the account. So the cash never took a loss, but it actually has realized a gain. That is the power of this software, and that is the proof of an unrealized drawdown not being realized. And the only thing being realized here is a profit. The account balance is currently sitting at $65,564.34. Total profit so far is $15,640.75. The account was started back in October 19th, but again, it was October 19th and the software does not trade on weekends, so there was only about a couple days of trading in October. So technically, I like to say that this account started officially in November. As you can see, the deposit was $50,000. Now let's scroll down and look at some more stats. So this month alone has done 3.51%. And one thing that I'd like to highlight, it's only the 9th of June. So as you could see, we have a lot more left in the month, and this software has a lot more trades to be taken during this month. So this might be on track to be one of the best performing months that I've had since starting this software. And it's all due to that unrealized drawdown. Because of that unrealized drawdown, we were able to size in to that position, ultimately rewarding us in higher upside potential, which is exactly that. The profit this month so far is $2,224. So far this year, we've done 20%, and that is a total profit of $11,274. Let's go ahead and scroll down. So far, the software has taken 3,692 trades. The profitability of this software is 82%. So it's taken 3,692 trades. It's won 3,011 of those trades. So it's only lost a total of 681 trades, which is only 18% of the trades taken were lost. One of the main metrics that I like to look at when I am speaking on how well a software will perform and has performed is the profit factor. And if you don't know what the profit factor is, I made this video right here up above. Just go ahead and click that and you'll get an elaborate explanation of what that is. But basically what it is saying to us here is I'm willing to risk 1 in order to get 2.17. So basically I'm willing to gain 2 times what I am willing to lose. Now let's go ahead and scroll down. All of these are the trades that are currently open on the software. And I would actually like to pull up the software once I'm done going over all of this data here and show you what it actually looks like on my end. So here we are for the month of June. So far, we've done 3.51%. Last month in May, we did 3.48%. So out of a whole entire month in May, we only did 3.5%. Now, 2 weeks in to June, we've already done that and a little extra by 0.10%. Reason being is because in May, when we had that trade that was pulling us into a deeper drawdown, which my biggest drawdown so far was that trade, and the drawdown was 8.4%, happened in the end of May, which the trade was not able to be closed out until the beginning of June, which is why we had such a dramatic rise in June, because like I said earlier in this video, the deeper the drawdown, the more likely the profit. So that's what's happened, and that is what has blessed us in June with a month that has already beaten the previous month in only 9 days. And remember guys, the software does not trade on weekends, so this is basically Monday to Friday, so you want to exclude Saturday, Sunday. Over here are all open active trades. As you could see, everything is at a halt because today is Sunday, the markets are not open. But to the far left is my account balance, which is 65,641. The equity, again, the equity is what reflects in the data. So if we're having a drawdown, you will see a discrepancy between the equity and the account balance. As you can see here, it is showing the equity at 65,276. Meanwhile, the account balance is 65,641. That's because currently there's active trades that have the equity lower, but the trades aren't closed, which means it never reflected in the balance of the account. That is the greatest example of an unrealized drawdown. Again, as these recover, the equity position will start to change to the upside because the software will only close out the trades that are hitting take profits, meanwhile letting the other ones run until they are in profits. So balance is never affected, equity is changing, and that'll result into the equity only going up once we close out these trades and profits, even though they look like they're in the negative. And over here again, guys, are all the trades. Let me just swing this bar up so you can see how many trades this thing actually takes on and manages. Again, all of this management is done by the software. I'm doing nothing. In fact, I'm doing so much of nothing, I feel like I have to make videos going over the software because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. But I'm really not doing anything. All the trades are taken by the software and all the trades are closed by the software. And I just make videos so that way I feel important. So there you have it, guys. That has been the results so far after 170 days of using this algorithmic trading software. And as you can see, we've done over 3% in May, but June just started and we've already done over 3%. I don't know another asset that you could potentially utilize to your benefit that will put you in a position to where you could potentially gain 3% or even greater than that every single month. You know, average investment funds, banking funds, average investment firms and hedge funds and all these other complex ways to invest and utilizing people to do it for you shoot for 2 to 6% a year. When you go to Chase and you get a savings account and you put your money into CDs, you're getting 5% APY. This software is doing that basically every single month. So while some people will have their money in CDs and think that they're doing the right thing there, one, the bank's only insured for $250,000. And then two, out of 12 months of the entire year, you're only getting 5%. That, my friend, is actually losing you money because you're not even making enough to outpace inflation. Now, with that being said, if you're interested in how you could potentially license a software and potentially change how you see financing forever, hit the description, click the link there, and you'll be routed to see what this is all about. And if you don't see it in the description, I'm going to pin a comment. If you hit that link in the pinned comment, again, you'll be routed to see if this is something that you could benefit from. If not, please leave me a like, comment, and or subscribe. And like always, my friends, peace.